Alright, update on DogelonMars. So what's been happening the past couple of days? We made an update for this when we had our green rocket ship candle to the upside. I didn't make an update yesterday when we had this slight correction, but if we look at what's going on now, I mean, this almost looks like a V-shaped recovery to me on the daily. We have started to come down, so I mean, you could expect a further move to the downside. We could even come down to, these levels and still be in an exceptional higher high and W out of this. So I'm really not worried about this slight correction that we're seeing. We were holding on Dogelon when we were down at these levels, and we're up 20% even after the correction, so I'm really not bothered. Let's see what's going on. On the daily, we're seeing a tiny bit of selling volume. We haven't seen continuation since this pump came in, which is my only concern, but in the macro time frame, we are just initiating a momentum shift. We did talk about this momentum shift over here on the 18th of April. If you remember, on the 18th, I titled my video Bullish Momentum Shift for Elon. We were down here picking up Elon at 777, and we then proceeded to have a 58% rally 2 days later. So we were calling for a move like this, 2 days before this even happened. We're still up, 22% from where we were yesterday. We are having a very, I would say a nasty pullback. But in fairness, after coming up this strongly, I really don't think it is too bad. If we come over to the 4-hourly time frame, you can see we actually formed something like a bullish pennant. This would have been nice if we broke to the upside. Unfortunately, we have broken to the downside. I do not believe the price target of that will be hit. Nonetheless, we'll keep the lines on the chart in case we run into them later. You can currently see we're having a slight area of resistance right now, and I mean, even if you draw it like this, you can still kind of argue that we are in a bullish pennant. Even if we break to the downside of it, this upper resistance that we've currently got going on right now, and this lower resistance that we've got going on down here, or support rather, is still playing out to the teeth. So we're in a nice bullish pennant right now. On the lower time frames, however, if we look at the squeeze one, we are currently having a momentum reset. The last time we had a big push up like this and a momentum reset, you can see this was very akin to what is going on right now. We had this big impulse, and then we actually kind of made... What's interesting is if you drew it like this, like we initially drew it, we had a smaller bullish pennant. And then if you kind of draw how longed out it got, you can see we had a longer bullish pennant, similar to what we're seeing right now after a huge impulse. You can see as we topped out, the squeeze mom turned into dark green, indicative that the 4-hourly time frame is having a correction. And then we came back and reset and built up that bullish momentum for the next impulse to the upside. In my opinion, I still think a move like that is very, very likely. Worst case scenario, if we do have a breakout to the downside, in my opinion, I imagine it'd be a fake out and we'd be coming down to your long-term moving averages into these 4-hourly EMA ribbons. Let me make the short-term moving average a bit bigger. But you can see we'd be coming into the long-term moving average down here at approximately 904. So I'm personally not predicting more than a 5% drop for Elon. However, I'm not planning on accumulating any more Elon at this range. If we do have a breakdown, I will definitely consider picking up some more Elon. If we do have a break up after we exit this bullish pennant, then I will probably just sit on the sidelines. Now, we've been going up a lot since we bottomed down here. We're actually up 28%, and my portfolio was already about 2.5% Elon, so I'm not looking to get any more. We are already getting up there, but I do think Elon is going to do well. In the lower time frames, we are losing momentum, but on the daily, you can see the bears are the ones losing the momentum in the higher time frames. And I've highlighted this before. I don't want to go through it in every video, but you can see the last time we topped out in terms of bearish momentum was the 27th of February. We then proceeded to put in a 72% rally to the upside. We're only up 20% right now, and we've only seen a 58%, or if you're drawing it from when we fired, basically 58 to 59% increase. I think we have a lot of room to go to the upside for Elon. This macro move has only just started to move down for the bears. We haven't even had our impulse for the bulls yet. Honestly, that's all I see for Elon. We're still looking pretty great. If we do break to the upside of this, let's see where this would take us. Breakout to the upside of this would bring us all the way up to 1368 on the daily. Let's see. because this was a big move on the daily. Nah, that lines up perfectly with what's going on the daily anyway. So yeah, I honestly do think we are going to be breaking up to this local high at 1287 again in the next couple of days or weeks. Like I said, worst case scenario, we could have a fake out back down into these EMA ribbons, but the way the market is looking in the lower time frames, a move to the downside could be in the cards. A very small downside move, like I said, potentially 6 or 7%, but on the higher time frames like the daily, we are looking exceptionally nice, and we still do have this huge bullish engulfing candle with the bears losing momentum in the macro time frame. So I like the setup of this. We flipped bullish on all of the EMA ribbons, daily, 4 hourly, and I'm not sure about the 1 hour, but I don't really check these too much anyway. I mean, we're still bullish on these, but even if we flip bearish, there's a lot of fake outs that happen on the 1 hour. You can see fake out, fake out, fake out, and then when we're in uptrends, you know, so be it, it works. But I'm more interested in the 4 hourly flip. These rarely fire fake outs in my opinion. That is all I've got for Elon. We're looking pretty good. Nice bullish pennant right now. Let's see if we break out and move to the upside. Once again, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.